Right here, right here, right here. That was such a cool eat. All I saw was mouth come up and eat it, dude. Fish, fish.
There we go. Welcome back. My name is Ben Stone, and today I am continuing my Iowa muskie hunt, and once again I am joined by Brian Scaife from Angling Anarchy. Today Matt can't join us, but Matt was with us the other day, and if you didn't watch that video, I'll have it linked right here. But we had a very, very exciting, eventful day. We caught 2 fish, one of which was probably one of the coolest little moments that I've personally experienced in muskie fishing.
Oh my God! What just happened? What?
Today we are continuing on the same mission. We're on the same lake. We have a much better idea of where these fish are kind of set up. So we're gonna spend the day just honing in on spots where we 100% know there's fish. Between Brian and I, we have 3 kind of opportunities out. Both Brian and I are gonna be casting lures. And once again, we have a live sucker out the back of the boat. We do have some decent weather. Yesterday was very windy, very rainy. Today, the wind is supposed to slowly die down. And of course, we have partly sunny conditions. It feels nice. It feels like one of those fall days where a big fish is gonna bite. We're gonna grind it out and hope for the best. So stick around. It just baffles me that like we can't even get a fraction of, like we can't even see one fish. I mean, it's bizarre. Oh, there was one right there. That looked like a decent sized fish too. He was going left. I saw the whole back. Well, I wish I had more to update you on, but so far the only thing that we have seen was one porpoise that haven't even had a follow yet, which is sort of discouraging. But then again, the other day we were out here, it did take us a while until we got our first activity, which was a fish in the net. So maybe we'll follow a similar pattern to that, maybe not, who knows. But we're gonna move and try some new spots because obviously it's not happening where we just were. It was between those sticks you just went by and that little tiny one that's sticking out. Oh, no. Yeah, I was like, oh, tree.
Oh, I see the
Yeah,
oil.
unbelievable. You gotta be, oh. I mean, I didn't really sting him that hard. I knew it was gonna happen. I've hit so many trees. I'm not looking and I think, oh, it's just another tree. Almost think, just freaking go up in there and bring the sucker in front of him. Man, I can't believe that thing's gonna be one and done. I have no idea.
Dude, that's
It's a fish, yeah. Well, that's quite funny. I just missed a fish. I was gonna update on the big camera, and I think the fish I just missed came up and grabbed the sucker. I'm gonna get this on the other side. What do you think I should, just now? There we go!
Buddy, we did it.
Sweet! That was quite easy. Well, I went to go pick up that camera that Brian's filming on to update about the miss I just had on my reef hog, and as I was about to start talking and words were about to start coming out of my mouth, the clicker started clicking and the fish came out and grabbed the sucker. So I would say that worked out pretty good. Definitely a skinnier fish, but got some length to him. That is my second Iowa muskie, fishing with Brian Scaife from Angling Anarchy, and of course Matt Vavroch the other day. Yeah, check out both their channels. Matt was kind enough to let us stay, and Brian's taking me out in his boat and put me on fish like this one. Rewarded for the efforts again. Thank you, Brian. I failed to fill you in on one other thing with that fish. We were actually on the same spot that previously Matt Vavroch missed a fish on a topwater. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll have it somewhere up here, but long story short, he was throwing a weagle, last light, fish came up and whiffed on it. We meandered kind of back in here, and I was throwing sort of a similar bait. I was throwing an 8-inch reef hog, which is a really, really old musky lure. And I had a fish boil on it, and I had mentioned, well, we got the sucker rod, maybe the fish will go after the sucker. I picked up the camera to update you, and the fish grabbed the sucker, and lo and behold, the fish got in the net. So we have caught a muskie today. The day is not lost. Any day you catch a muskie is a very special day, but lucky for us, we have plenty of daylight left to hopefully catch more. So we're gonna see where things go from here.
Yeah. Fish, fish. Right here, right here, right here. There you go, there you go, there you go. Dude, that was such a cool eat. I
know what you mean about that now.
I gave it that one last pop, and all I saw was mouth come up and eat it, dude. That was an absolutely spectacular boat side hit. We talked about ripping the Medusa the other day, so I was ripping it. When it came to the boat side, I gave it one last pop where I could finally see the bait, and out of just the abyss, this white mouth comes up and absolutely snagged it. The only bad part is one of our cameras up here was misbehaving, but between some of the other ones we have, we got it all on film. So I'm gonna grab this thing. We got her unhooked. We got her just hanging out in the bag while we took care of our cameras, so she should be feisty here. Let's get a look at this beautiful Iowa Musky. A skinny one, but a long fish. Look how long that thing is. Big old head, skinny body. This one needs to pack on a few pounds before fall hits. It is long enough. I'm gonna throw it on the bump board really quick. 43.5. That's pretty amazing, actually. That's
insane.
Nice job, man.
We have ourselves a 2 musky day. Brian just caught a very nice fish, really skinny fish on a mid Medusa, and he caught a fish the other day on a mid Medusa, and I had Brian break down exactly how he was working that bait, and he's doing the same thing here. So if you didn't see that video, make sure you check it out if you want to learn how Brian goes about fishing, you know, one of these baits on the type of structure we're fishing. But I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. We're in a window. I'm gonna get back to fishing, but it is so awesome that we now have 2 muskies in the boat. Very excited to see what happens the rest of this evening, and let's get back to work. Well, everybody, my time here in Iowa is at its close. As you can tell, it's starting to get dark out, and honestly, I can't really complain. I spent a total of 4 days down here. 3 of those days was fishing. 1 of those days was just hanging out with my new friends, Brian and Matt, and also Matt's wife, Callie. Matt and Callie were kind enough to let both Brian and I stay down there, so a huge thanks to them. Like I said, Matt does have his own channel, which I have linked in the description, but it's Matt Vavroch Fishing. Of course, you have Brian here from England, Anarchy, and he had me out in his boat, and we had a great time. I had a great time. I never have really gotten the chance to film with other channels like this, so being able to get out here with Brian and Matt has been a blast. On top of that, we had some pretty memorable musky moments, and we caught 2 fish today. So it was a very exciting day on the water. Again, huge thank you to Brian for having me out in his boat.
Absolutely, I had a blast. So thanks for, he contacted me, said we need to fish together. Absolutely, let's find a place, and we did, and couldn't have worked out better. So I had a blast, man. So much fun.
And like I said, I'll have both channels linked in the description, and of course, both Brian and Matt are going to be dropping their sides of the story of what unfolded the last few days here. So with all of that out of the way, your viewership is appreciated, and I'll see you next week.